Hello everybody, we are continuing our vampirejam sessions. I look the exact same way that I looked the last time. It is because I am recording 2 games back to back, so if my voice goes, you can blame the previous one. Anyway, from death, let's go. The weather could have been worse. It could have been better too. I never liked rain too much. It soaked my clothes, changed hard dirt into slippery mud, leaked from the roof. With my dietary change, as I like to call it, came a brand new way to see the world. One that appreciated rain and its benefits. So it is not that I hate rain, I like it, but not on meeting nights. I kind of feel like you should have found some sort of image before this, or maybe put this bit earlier. I do like the sound effect though. I approached a familiar nightclub in the early night. A good dozen or partygoers already queue on the street, chatting or smoking, the waiting time away. Babe, decide which side of the door you want to be in, because I can't just stand around and let you in and let you out. By the way, that's a cat. I'm referring to my cat. Don't you just love when your recording nights get interrupted by your own beloved pets? Because I do. I walk around the queue to meet the bouncer standing before the entrance door. The bouncer frowns at me. Then raises a pondering eyebrow. I don't know why, but I really appreciate people in your current visual novel right now, because this looks really unique. Name? My name is... Erta. OMG! It's advanced. I can even put in my own name, which is amazing. Erta. Have I seen you before? Not before the father's times. Wait, what? Are we okay? The bouncer nods. Nor after the father's word. Good evening, come in. The bouncer opens the heavy door and lets me in. I suppose it was some sort of kindred keyword, because otherwise it just makes me think that we're thousands of years old and we're just mentioning some sort of weird way of counting time. The club feels nice and dry after my stroll into the rain. A handful of figures go about their night in the dim-lit space. Some drink, some dance, some stand around idly. I walk up to the bar and sit down on the nearest free stool. The bartender notices and comes in no time. Good evening, Louise. Hi, Marta, it's been a while, hasn't it? I shrug my shoulders. You know, I don't like going out much. You know what they say, different strokes for different folks. We're always happy to have you. Can I get you anything to drink? I stop to think for a moment. Is there any of the good stuff? A good handful. Shot of A+ then? Coming. I also love to drink my math homework's grading skills. Louise's glance flies down and her hands get to work under the stone countertop. A low harmony of clinks and thuds signals what the bar hides from my eyes. I had someone from your clan earlier tonight. You did? We had a bit of a chat. It was very interesting, to say the least. That's not how you spell interesting. I think you're missing an E. Oh, this is a very unique clan selection. That is not how you spell wisdom. Okay. Premier wisdom touches everyone we come across. Louise laughs. You could say so. Most kindred around here are Toreador like you, aren't they? Not by much, but yes, I would say most are Toreador like me. Louise hands me a shot glass filled with crimson blood. I gulp it down in one sip. The blood is cold and devoid of emotion, as any bagged blood. There are no images from the mortal's life to see, no benefit to my preternatural abilities, but it is blood nevertheless. The moment it touches my lips, a pleasure like I never knew in my mortal life shakes every inch of my body, and this cat really wants into it. Right, so this is a cat, as you can very well see. And I'm about to be completely covered in his hair. And this is the baby that keeps on making all the noise. Come on! Everything is missing of it. Everything else flees my mind. There is no nightclub, no Louise, no night plans, no time or space. Only the blood. But it does not last long. As soon as the sip slips down my throat, the pleasure dies away. Everything comes back in a painful definition. The nightclub, Louise, the night ahead. I want more blood, but that will have to wait. Good, isn't it? I grin and place the glass back at the countertop. As always, I fish around my pockets and leave the familiar amount of money next to the glass. Louise grabs it with the grace only experience teaches. So what brings you here tonight? Are you out on a hunt, maybe? I'm afraid not. Let me guess, a meeting? I nod. Are you looking forward to it? You know what I think about these meetings. Louise nods. She's used to me and my opinions. I glance at the clock hanging on the wall behind the bar. It is nearly time for the meeting. I stand up. It's time. I need to go. Louise waves goodbye at me. Bye, Myrta. Thanks for stopping by. I walk away from the bar and into the dark, less known maze of corridors beyond. I know where I am going. As I reach the familiar stairs, I notice a figure standing in my way, waiting for me. I stop and bow my head. My sire. My child! Oh, we're being very formal tonight. Father. Daughter? I'm glad you could join me for tonight's meeting. Duty calls. The pyramid needs us to answer. My sire makes a content smile. It does indeed. And we will. Now let's go. There is no time to waste. I nod. I follow my sire upstairs and then through a maze of corridors. We remain silent. I pay little attention to the way. I have been here many times before. So has my sire. It takes us little enough to reach our destination. One door, very much like the ones around it, at the end of a corridor. My sire, always one step before me, opens the door. We walk quietly into the Dimlit Room. I think I've seen this picture before, maybe. I'm pretty sure I did. Now, the staircase picture, the building picture, and even the bar picture downstairs, I haven't yet. It's the apartment picture that keeps on popping up into everybody's visual novels so far. And with this picture, I remember my biggest issue was like, what the heck is this? It's not a pose that anyone would be doing with any sort of ease for any reason. We walk quietly into the dim-lit room. Half a dozen kindred await inside, pacing, sitting down idly, or simply standing around. A quick glance allows me to recognize all of them. The 7 Primogen, one for each clan of the city, are present tonight. I love the music choice, by the way, it's very ominous. Ours is one of the few cities where the Gangrel and Brua clans stayed loyal to the Camarilla after Theobel's now infamous revolt. As loyal as the Gangrel and Brua have ever been to the Camarilla, that is. Only my sire has come accompanied by a child. Some time ago, at least 1 or 2 children used to accompany their sires to any and every Camarilla meeting. Now only my sire seems to keep the habit. My sire sits down in a cushioned divan near the door. I stand straight by its side. I cross my hands behind my back. A familiar figure appears in the back of the room. The prince. I love this choice of like putting real people besides the backgrounds, but at the same time it like really takes you out because you know that the complexion is actually like people complexion. There's absolutely like nothing vampiric about them. So you just like end up having this very healthy looking lady that's dressed pretty beige standing in this dimly lit room, but she's very well lit. That's how you know that she's the prince. Children of Cain. Everybody stands up. I'm glad to see your faces surrounding me tonight. The old and the young, the sires and the progeny. 7 of you I have called upon as the finest of your kind. Megavati of Clan Bruja. Boudica of Clan Gangrel. Boudica is not really carrying the Gangrel energy, but she is carrying I am gonna smack you with my crystals energy, which I kinda dig, but still. Alice of Clan Malkavian. Now Alice just looks like she just stepped out from modeling for underwear. And Narcissus of Clan Nosferatu, and damn bro, you look impressive. Amina of Clan Torador, I appreciate your outfit wholeheartedly. I find the traditional African outfits to be very, very beautiful, honestly. They carry their own energy. I wish more people would bravely wear them in the open. Same way that I wear very goth outfits in the open very bravely. Sometimes it works out in my favor, oftentimes it does not, but it makes me feel like me. So please, people, do your thing. Don't look, if you can, don't look like walking Primark, Walmart, or any. Don't even look like walking Gucci unless like that's like entirely your vibe. Just be you. Malebo of Clan Tremere. And Vataru of Clan Ventru. Ventru daring to wear jeans. How daring. You stand here tonight as representatives of your clans. I hope you will do them the justice I know they deserve. All 7 of them nod, including Alice. There is a long, solemn pause. All of your kindred gathered tonight must have heard of the tragic news already. My trusted advisor and appointed successor, Henrietta, met her final death a few weeks ago. The culprits were found and justly dealt with. All necessary measures were taken so no more kindred would meet her fate. A loss, as you may guess, calls for the necessary appointment of a new seneschal. I have pondered long and gravely on this matter and came to a conclusion. You have all served me well. You all deserve the power, but only one may hold it. So you will be the ones to choose? Oh, I like you, Prince. Oh, that's such a shitty move. That is such a shitty move. I love it. Yeah. Sides to be even. I can't get these sides to be even because I'm bad at even. I'm not a very even person. A low murmur of shock bursts around the room. I glance at my sire. I can read the shock on my sire's face. He remained quiet nonetheless. I turned my eyes back to the prince. I know this is unheard of in other kindred communities. You might feel shocked. You might not agree with my decision. If there is any of you who would rather take part in it, feel free to walk out. There will be no retaliation, I promise. By staying, I understand you're willing to take part in this election, we may call it. Naturally, I understand this is not an easy choice, not a quick one to make. I will now leave the room so you may discuss freely. I will come back before dawn. If you need me at any point, you know where to find me. Now, children of Cain, I know his blood will bring enlightenment to your choice. Good night. I love this prince. Ah, you are such a bastard. I love you. It's the kind of thing that chaos would do. It's like, you know, that shit's about to hit the fan. I set the situation for shit to hit the fan. I am now gonna just walk away. Have fun. Ugh. I love this woman. She turns her back to us and leaves the room. As soon as she is gone, the Primogens sit back down. After the initial shock caused by the reveal, all kindred wise enough to have put on a careful mask of thoughtfulness. Their true feelings are sealed to me. Only Alice keeps her confident grin. Soon enough, Megavati stands back up. So this is it. We're going to stay here, wasting our time till she comes back. You heard the prince, she wants an answer by dawn. And we will provide it. Our duty is to the prince. As long as she plays by the rules, that is. And she hasn't. The seneschal is always appointed by the prince, not chosen by the primogen. Has never been done before. Well, actually, Pataru, Amina, and Malabo throw a bothered glance at Narcissus. Not in our city, at least. This is a matter of agreements. We as primogen agreed to serve the prince, and she agreed to have us serve her within a specific set of rules. If the prince stops playing by those rules, she is effectively breaking her agreement with us. We're under no obligation to do as she says anymore. Say we remind her of the rules she agreed to obey. Seriously, who cares about that? This is change happening before our very eyes, living history. This is our chance to make a true impact on all kindred. I say we vote and choose as seneschal. If it's democracy the prince wants, she will have it. You're saying you trust our word? What if this is all a lie? Or are you telling there are no hidden motives to her sudden burst of love for good old democracy? Pataru frowns. I'll pretend that I didn't just hear you accuse Prince Gracia of tricking us. Please somebody go walk the lapdog. Pataru growls angrily at Boudica. She hisses back at him. This might get dangerous. I need to do something. I forget what Megavati even said, but I'm gonna go with them. Actually, I can go back. This is convenient. Okay, so Megavati was like, just go with what the prince said. I'm just gonna agree publicly with her. Primogen Megavati is right. This is our chance to make change happen. We should choose a seneschal. The Bruja Primogen looks at me. Yes, what's your name? Myrta. Thank you, Myrta. One way or another. One way or another. We have to do something. Who's with me? Who says we choose a seneschal? I am. Well, I am not. Neither am I. And the rest? Child Myrta sounds right. Count on me. And me too, Child Myrta made a very good point. What? Yes. Now, Alice? We play nothing but the roles destiny has provided us with. Is that a yes or a no? Both and none at once, like we are in the stream of time. Okay, she does not count. So that's 4 in favor, not counting Alice, versus 2 against. You know what that means. We will be choosing a seneschal, my fellow primogen. Boudica and Malabo frown. You don't seem happy with this outcome. Who would like to be a candidate? I know I do. Me too. Anyone else? Oh no! Right, I'm not gonna be a dick. I'm gonna put forward my dude, and if he loses, he loses. I honestly kind of want the Bruja to win at the moment. I would go for the Torador lady simply for her looks, or for the Nosferatu dude because he seems intelligent, but let me be a bootlicker for once. Let's not disappoint my sire twice in a row. I think my sire would make an excellent seneschal. My sire looks at me and raises an eyebrow. I would if I may say, but I won't. I don't want to. Thank you anyway. And would be 2 candidates then, Primogen Wataru of Clan Ventru and Primogen Megavati of Clan Buruha. Let me guess, 1 for tradition, 1 for change. The usual. One and the same. Now, why should we support one or the other? Why should either Megavati or Wataru be our seneschal? This scene, I'm reading the text, so I'm not like entirely looking at it, but first of all, Malkavian Czech is slightly tiny in comparison to the two other people, and then like the choices in style are just completely opposite. The thing is, you can't actually imagine this happening in the meeting because, come on, vampires would all be a tiny bit of a diva. Oi! What? What? So you can actually see this being a relatively okay representation, but it still looks pretty damn weird. Don't worry, it's all written down in time already. Guess I'm not the only one who doesn't understand a word she says. Anyway, time for your campaign. I'm afraid there isn't much to say. You know us both, you know our ways and what we have done for our city up to this night. I will let my actions speak the words I never could. Yes, actions speak of someone much more than words. There's no value to some nice words if there's no action to back them up, so feel free to vote. Unless someone wants to add in something else. Boudica, Malibu? Shake their heads. Child Murta, maybe. The thing is, I don't actually, like, as a player, I don't know either one of them, but I like the girl from what she said here. Like, this is my first time meeting her effectively, but yeah. With no offense to Primogen Vatara, I believe Primogen Megavati is more than fit for this position. No offense taken. You all know her already, you know how hardworking she is and the wonderful innovative ideas she comes up with, like following the prince's orders. I don't think I need to remind you of the clan's crisis of 2001 and how she handled it. I believe she is what our city needs. You're right, child. Megavati has proven to be a wonderful leader to Clan Bruja, and a priceless member of Primogen Council, if I may add. The choice of love, as mortals may call it. I vote Megavati, so do I, and I. Since it should be unfair for either Prince Murta or ourselves to vote, that is 3 votes out of 3 for Megavati. Congratulations, you have been chosen as our new seneschal. And read the utter joy beneath. I do my best to seem as calm as I am not. I feel like jumping in pride. This is a new seneschal, I made it happen. Seneschal Megavati glances contently at me. If my future looks brighter than it ever was. Yay! There has been very little resistance to our choices, honestly. I'm not gonna go again. Because you guys can go again and figure out if you can arrive at other kind of choices. Especially if you decide to go forward yourself. I imagine that would be the hardest thing to make happen. But I did expect more resistance. Right now, I feel like my word counted for too much. Overall, the music choice is nice. I love the fact that you use like real people screenshots because they were pretty. I feel like there should have been more dialogue kind of introducing the positions of both. I went for Megavati because the jeans guy, Mr. Ventru, I don't believe you wear jeans, mate. Jeans guy didn't say much. At all. He didn't play much of a part. Why would I go with him? I don't know anything about him. If Jeans Guy is supposed to be significant, I feel like Jeans Guy should have played more of a part in conversation. The people that didn't want to vote played more of a part in conversation, and I kind of wanted to know what the Nosferatu knew about a time when all Primogen elected Seneschal and somewhere else. I feel like the Nosferatu could have ran for Seneschal. Because, well, I feel like he might have been an interesting character. But anyways, I'm gonna let you all figure all of that good stuff all on your own. This has been From Death. It's I have been spoiled for length in other stories now, so this felt on the short side, but it's well done. Outside of like minor spelling mistakes. The music's well chosen, the backgrounds look nice, you can understand what's happening. Maybe an end that would like wrap the thing up a little bit, maybe like one more plot twist at the end, or at least something to oppose you. I suppose the strength is that you can like put in your own name and you can like choose a clan. Because other games so far didn't let you do that. But it's like it misses something. It's like something is missing. I can't declare it perfect. It feels like there should have been a tiny bit more. Like a tiny, teeny bit more. I suppose I found time to feel the same way when I played through that one, when I was like, and then Vin added like extra endings afterwards, and that like just took it over the edge. This is the kind of thing where, I don't know, maybe some slides with the prince, maybe like one more curveball. It felt like cards just aligned too well for you, if you know what I mean. But otherwise, really good job. Well done. This is well made. I have no complaints about this game, and I love the fact that you used real people, because it did really give the game its own authenticity, which these games kind of slightly miss because everybody's using the same packs, but then you were like, hey, real people, and that kind of made it stand out. So good job, and I am gonna see you all the next time. Doo-doo-doo.